Tough questions. Finding who's accountable. 16 WAPT News at 10 starts now.
We just got such a great amount over a short period of time.
A short day for the True South Classic. Once the heavy rain and lightning spoiled the first round, how crews will scramble to get the greens ready.
Plus preparing for what if at a school that was thrown into the national spotlight. The mock emergency scenario for officers and firefighters in Pearl.
And it's a challenge to find products made in America. How a family has made it their mission to get you to support the USA.
Now, your weather first.
Well, this is rain near Memorial Stadium, UMC, big downpours. And you know, it rained so much in such a short period of time, flash flooding all over the place. The drainage ditches just couldn't handle it. This was the sight all over the area. Heavy rainfall again today. Here are some select totals. Reservoir area, 2.5 inches. The airport, just under an inch. Vicksburg, 3/4. And heavy rain down in Macomb, 2 inches. So widespread heavy rain across the area today. And look at the difference between this summer and last summer. We have doubled last summer's total, and we still have a week or so of July and all of August to go. I'll let you know what's in the forecast into the weekend, and there's a lot of rain for tomorrow too. It's all coming up.
All right, thank you, David. Well, speaking of rain, a washout at Annandale. The first round of the True South Classic was suspended, with some pros only getting in 3 holes today.
Yeah, 16 WAPT's Meg Pace is at Annandale, where crews will be hitting the course in just a few hours to get those links ready for an early start.
The rain came fast and hard at Annandale, and the result, puddles like this littering the golf course. Lightning and rain suspended the first round of the PGA tournament at 2:30. Officials were hopeful the storm would let up, but there was no stopping the water. There is lightning and there is lots of rain out here in Annandale. You can see all of the runoff coming from the course. Lots and lots of rain. At 5, tournament officials made the call. No more golf for Thursday.
We just got such a great amount over a short period of time.
Now it's up to Al Osteen and his crew of 30 to get the course up to par before Friday's early start.
We still have water that's draining off the golf course, so we'll just let it drain down and we'll come in at 3 o'clock in the morning. That'll give us about 5 hours to get around to about 73 bunkers and mow 18 greens.
It's very rare usually that you don't have some sort of a weather delay during the tournament.
To make up for the rain delay, the pros will hit the course Friday morning at 8:30 for a shotgun start. That means the players will return to the hole they were on when round 1 was suspended. Tournament officials want to finish round 2 Friday. That means some of the players who only got 3 holes under their belt Thursday before the rain delay are looking at playing 33 holes in 1 day. Reporting in Madison, Meg Pace, 16 WAPT News.
Yeah, that's a lot of golf. Well, back in 2009, the entire golf tournament was canceled because of too much rain. If you had tickets for today's round at the True South Classic, you can use them tomorrow. The tournament will be letting Thursday's ticket holders into Friday's round.
Well, heavy rains caused a big mess at a local grocery store in Fondren. Yeah, workers tried sweeping the water out of Rainbow Foods on Old Canton Road this afternoon. The store flooded during today's storm. The manager says the store floods anytime rain downpours more than 30 minutes. She blames the storm drains in the area, saying they can't handle the heavy rain.
They can't take the water, and we are sitting in a bowl and we flood every time it does. It's 14 floods in 10 years.
Lawson says it will cost about $10,000 to get things cleaned up. The store will be closed until Saturday.
And check out some of the flooding on Monument Street in Jackson. You can see a green Mustang stalled in that high water. Police had to stop another driver from trying to do the same thing. A similar scene on May Street. You can see the water covering the road there. Drivers, not a good idea, but they were going through it. And we found more flooding in Jackson at Fortification and Ferris Streets. Look at all of that standing water, all from the heavy rain. Well, when severe weather hits, turn to 16 WAPT and WAPT.com. You can always track bad weather down to your street using our interactive radar on WAPT.com and by downloading our 16 WAPT News app for your smartphone.
A new development tonight in the case of a murdered handyman. Police have charged 17-year-old Tyshawn Robinson with the murder of Robert Earl McCoy.
Police say McCoy was killed yesterday while repairing a home on Thousand Oaks Drive in Jackson. The owner of the property says he went to lunch, and when he came back, McCoy was dead. Police have not released a motive in this case. This is new at 10. Reservoir leaders say the Harbor Walk developer has lost his shot at holding more land. Last month, the board of the Pearl River Valley Water Supply District gave John Burwell 1 more month as the primary option holder on 54 acres of land near the site of the proposed Harbor Walk development. Leaders told Burwell to get another lease option extension. He was told he needed to clean up the land he already holds and submit progress reports to the board. Board members say he didn't do either to their standards.
This week, 2 or 3 of the items had been addressed. The rest of the items had not, and no progress report was given. So in light of that, the Shoreline Development Committee just took no action on any additional extensions.
Sigmund says Burwell's lease option ends July the 31st. The controversy continues over campaign signs here in Jackson. Yesterday, Councilwoman Loretta Cooper Stokes defended posting campaign signs on utility poles. The city says that's illegal. A viewer called us about a sign for Joyce Jackson, Cooper Stokes' opponent in that Ward 3 council race. She says she was unaware of the sign. So was Councilman Frank Blunson when we found his signs on poles.
What's the problem with me putting her sign up?
Do you realize it's illegal to put signs on utility poles?
On utility, well, I did not know.
Councilman, why did we find your campaign signs posted on poles in Jackson?
Well, you know, I would love to know myself because I've run twice and was elected twice. Nobody never seen my signs on poles, doors, anything like that.
Councilman Blunson says he's since taken down those signs. The Joyce Jackson sign was also taken down.
Pearl High School was transformed this morning into the site of a terror bombing. It was a mock drill designed to help Rankin County officers and fire departments be more prepared to handle mass casualties. 16 WAPT's Megan Quigley shows us their training.
It was a chaotic scene at the Pearl High School today. Pearl and Flowood police and fire crews were called out to assist with a mock terrorist drill. Rescue crews were told a white male entered the building wearing a vest that was believed to be a bomb. He then detonated himself, leaving students in a panic.
It's going to be frustrating, it's going to be overwhelming, it's going to be chaotic, and just the fact that we're dealing with students in this particular deal can also cause a lot of stress.
From there, the departments got to work.
We got here, assessed the scene, set up a command, which is something that's crucial for this. Everybody knew who to call and talk to, and we were really good about getting those mutual aid people involved and getting them close to the scene.
A training exercise like this one may seem extreme. But the 1997 Pearl High School shooting proved that anything can happen even in a small town. And hands-on training is the only true way to guarantee rescue crews will be ready to help.
We can handle small situations if we train for the big ones. If we train for the things that we hope and pray never happen, we're able to handle little situations.
All of the departments participating say they plan to go back and review how they handled the mock emergency. In Pearl, Megan Quigley, 16 WAPT News.
The officers and firefighters will continue their training tomorrow at Pearl Lower Elementary School. This will be another mass casualty exercise with more emphasis on command center training.
A search has been launched in Brandon tonight to find a missing show dog. The dog's owner says this 3-year-old lab mix went missing from Oakdale Animal Hospital in Brandon Tuesday morning. She says Judo escaped within 2 hours of being dropped off. Hospital officials say its surveillance cameras captured the animal getting a running start and jumping a fence. The owner was on vacation in Florida and says the hospital is not taking full responsibility.
Honestly, I don't think that they're doing all they can do because, you know, nothing's really been done.
We had pretty much the whole staff out looking for him and the neighbors and practically the whole neighborhood looking for Judo.
If you spot Judo, you should contact the Oakdale Animal Hospital.
A group that helps disadvantaged women land jobs in the community is celebrating 2 milestones tonight. Dress for Success Metro Jackson has helped women get back into the job market for 10 years, and the organization has grown into a new location. It hosted an open house at the Jackson Medical Mall this afternoon. DFS says it steps in to help women prepare for a job interview.
There's a great need, women who are out of work, who can't afford their clothing, suitings, and interviewing skills to try to get them in the workforce and keep them there.
The service is provided by Dress for Success, or free for women who are referred by other agencies.
Visit any clothing store, shopping mall, or electronics dealer, and the majority of the products they sell are not made in America. Well, the truth is, America has lost millions of manufacturing jobs since 1980. But there is one Jackson couple that's trying to change this. They've started a new website to convince folks it's time to buy American again.
Scroll down to the bottom so you can see it. And see, that's a new ad, and that's a new ad.
In this modest den in Fondren, Bill and Liz Brister are spending hours on their computer.
So we buy it, add to cart.
They're coming up with ways to convince you to only buy items made in the good old US of A.
20, 30 years ago, almost everything we bought was made in the U.S., and now very little of consumer durables anyway, very little is made in the U.S.
The family obsession started a couple years back when they pledged to only buy Christmas presents made in America.
With my full-time job, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to find products because it took a lot of work and a lot of time.
We would ask the sales people where's an American-made shirt, and they would look at you like you're crazy. Nobody's ever asked them that.
As frustrated patriotic consumers, they decided to launch their own website late last year. AmericanStation.com.
What, some cookware too?
Yes, we do Nordic Ware, wonderful company. People that are cooks will definitely know this company.
Now, dozens of companies are selling goods proudly displaying the Made in America label.
View profile. We actually have a story about each company, where they're made, how they're made, a little bit about their history.
And it's at a discounted price.
Bill's a finance professor at Millsaps College. He says American manufacturing was decimated by rising oil prices in the 70s and the Japanese electronics boom of the 70s and 80s.
I think American products ought to compete because they're high quality, you know they're made safely, you know they're made environmentally sound methods.
The Bristers say U.S.-made goods are more expensive than items made in China, Taiwan, or Mexico, but they say they're worth it.
Okabashi, one of my favorite companies, they're out of Beaufort, Georgia.
Right now, the couple is only making a small profit, but Bill says the real goal is to get Americans back to work.
Started with how can we help Americans create employment for Americans, and but then also, yeah, this is a for-profit venture, and we want this to be the go-to website for anyone who's searching for American-made products.
Citing numbers from Moody's, he says if every American spent $3.33 more on American-made products, it would create 10,000 jobs. $100 more, 300,000 jobs would be added.
Oh my gosh, that looks great. I love it.
Liz and Bill say they'll put in the long hours to convince more people to make the switch like they did and buy American.
We have slowly been converting, and most of my wardrobe is now American-made. I mean, when I go to work, I would say 70 to 80% of what I have on is usually American-made.
And is this American-made?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, since the American Station website launched in October of 2011, Bill and Liz say they're averaging about 2,000 customers a month. They're hoping to increase the number to 10,000 a month by this Christmas. If you would like to check out the American Station page, we've linked it to our website. Just go to WAPT.com.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
A predator tries snatching a child in Philadelphia, and it's caught on video. How social media help police catch their man.
Hey, there's a train coming. There's a train coming.
Yeah, police dash cam video captured the moment a stranded car is struck by a train. Learn how drunk driving and a wrong turn led to this crash.
No drought here. Rainfall again today. We're 2¼ above for the month. 10 inches above for the year. You won't believe when I compare this year to last year. And forecast into the weekend. It's all next. You're watching 16 WAPT News.
The Associated Press Best Newscast in Mississippi, and an Emmy Award for Best Newscast in the Southeast region. This is 16 WAPT News.